What's good, you all? Welcome back to my channel, Aaron Spain. This is episode, I would say, 11 of Broke Believer Diaries. And today I just want to talk about the in-between or the unknown period before you get into something else. Like for me, per se, next week I'm about to start some claims adjusting. And that's a very interesting realm of things because it doesn't apply to marketing or anything to do with marketing, but I want to make some type of funds and I got other people paying for the classes, so it's like might as well do it. But it's an uncertainty. I find myself really not necessarily being in a slump, but slipping into like a what if this derails me completely from what I'm supposed to be doing? What if this doesn't take me where I'm supposed to go? What if I don't get what I'm supposed to get from it? And all these other questions, if, ands, or buts that really don't have nothing to do with nothing, right? And if you're feeling that way about your next journey or the next step that you're about to take in your journey, I completely understand. We all get a little bit lost along the way. That's what it is. Being a bit lost, being a bit confused in that iffy realm of things. And it's normal, right? Now, maybe a clinical diagnosis of somebody else might say something else, but in my book, it's normal. Before you start any new journey, you get a little concerned about if you're taking the right step or if you're headed in the right direction and if where you're supposed to be going is where you need to be going. And I also keep thinking that maybe what if this is not what God has for me, but I'm also trying to learn the fact that you find God along the way, right? The path to God, with God, is a path along the way. Either way it goes, you still have to take those first steps to get out there and see what happens, see where God takes you on this path. But you have to take risks, you have to take steps, and you have to do things to better yourself. And I feel like if somebody is offering this opportunity, then I should take it. But it also feels like I'm betraying a part of myself that's creative and innovative and creates this content or things like that. I feel like I'm dismissing that part of myself and just latching on to sustainability or something that's a bit more stable, if you will. But I need to understand that this is just a stepping block. And don't get me wrong, I got people around me telling me the same thing, that things are going to happen and I'm not going to get stuck in it and things of that nature. And that's cool. But it just comes a point where you got to tell yourself that as well, right? Where you have to understand that if this is not where you want to be forever, don't be here forever. You may feel lost right now. You may feel like you're in this void or you don't really know what your next steps are, but you got God on your side. So you can blindly take these steps, understanding that wherever you're going, God is guiding those steps, especially when you talk to him or communicate with him and have him in your everyday life. And granted, I don't speak to him as much as I could, well, as much as I should, and I need to work on that as well. And I've been saying that every day and I still don't. I read the word every day, but open communication is my biggest thing. Just looking up to the heavens and talking to him like he's an old friend. That's where I stumble and where I fall. That's my loss when it comes to my journey is figuring out that open communication and that path of speak whenever you want to speak, say whatever you got to say whenever you got to say it, you know. And that still brings about confusion to me, but I really just wanted to make this video because a lot of us get lost on journeys, or right at the beginning of journeys, or in the middle of them, or even close to the end of a journey. When you step into something new, we have that in-between lost feeling of, is this right? Am I headed in the right direction? Completely understandable. But just know that lost feeling isn't your body telling you don't do it. It's your body understanding and registering that this is something different than what you expected and you don't know where it's going. But that's not a bad thing. Doing the uncomfortable is not a bad thing. Doing the uncomfortable actually opens new doors and reveals different things, not only about yourself, but different areas where you can take your skills and your knowledge or things of that nature. So all these opportunities that come about, I'm also learning myself, just because they don't directly influence what you have going on for yourself and your brain does not mean they're not good opportunities for you. Does not mean that these are not opportunities that should be taken, that people should latch on to. Absolutely not. Like, claims adjusting is not something I would have really thought about for myself, especially having a degree in marketing. I want to work in marketing, you know what I'm saying? But maybe this will open another door. My mom says it. Other people say it. I don't know, but I think I'm just tired of being so scared to figure out what's on the other side of something. I just don't do it. That's what I'm really getting to. That's the point I really reached, where for some reason being more uncomfortable seems more like where I'm supposed to be than being somewhere comfortable, because I've become comfortable in habits and feelings and negative environments, and I need to be able to be uncomfortably comfortable. And that sounds crazy, but being lost is literally your way to default. Now it's time for you to take it back to the basics and figure out where you want to go. What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? And just act like that person. Mel Robbins said it best. Act like the person you want to become. Whenever you feel lost, whenever you feel uncertain, imagine the person that you want to be. How do they move? How do they act? What do they do? All of these things. And even though the person that I want to be may not be a claims adjuster, the person that I want to be has a lot of skills under her belt. She's very adaptable in any situation. She knows a lot of things. She's very knowledgeable. And maybe claims adjusting is not something I really get into, but it's another thing, that a knowledge skill that I can add to my tool belt, right? And all of these things are helpful to remember and not harp on the negative of things so much, which is something I tend to do myself, and we're going to work through that together. But instead of harping on this negativity that comes with this lost space, harp on the positive, that something greater is coming out of this. Something greater is coming from it. I didn't even record a video on Tuesday because I felt like I didn't know what to say. I felt like I have nothing to say. I kind of just registered for that claims adjustment, and I really felt like I betrayed myself a little bit. And then I realized, after one, speaking with my mom, and then also just thinking about it, this isn't a bad thing. One, I don't have to pay for it. Two, it's an opportunity for me to advance my knowledge. Even if I don't get into the field, this is still knowledge I have on something I didn't have knowledge on before. And if I do get into the field, that's experience I have in something I didn't have experience before. And all of these things are stepping stones. Maybe that's why I'm not getting any replies right now from marketing jobs, because claims adjusting is where I'm supposed to be. Or maybe these are just knowledgeable things that I need to know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I have not a clue, but I'll never figure it out if I never do it. It's as simple as that. You never know what's on the other side of that risk if you don't take it. And that can really be a good thing and a bad thing, because a lot of people don't really like to take risks because sometimes they don't have a positive payout. But what if it works? You know what I'm saying? What if it really works? You know? I'm just saying. And it really paying off would be something that is tremendous for me, but also receiving knowledge is tremendous as well, right? I'm ready to embark on a new journey in my life. I'm ready to get from up under my mom, ready to get from up under parents in general. I'm just ready to spread my wings and fly. And I can't do that being so scared of taking risk, of figuring out if maybe this is a path I need to take right now, and being so lost that I don't want to move. Like, we can't get to the point where we get so lost we sit in the void of what potentially can be. It either is or it isn't. All you can do is pray and be okay with whatever the outcome is, and take it one step, one foot in front of the other, and we'll get there. Because at the end of the day, if you have faith and you believe in yourself and you believe in God, you won't fail. You may have some detours along the way, but you'll get to exactly where you need to be. So if you're feeling lost and you're feeling like the next step that you're supposed to take, you don't know if you should take it, take it. Just take it. It's on your heart and on your mind for a reason, right? God didn't place that dream in your head for no reason. He didn't place that feeling on your spirit for nothing. So, might as well do what you got to do. Because here's the thing. You can either end up exactly where you are or better. If it doesn't work out, you're back to the plan A, right? And if it does work out, then you moved up some more. You leveled up a little bit. But if you're going to take a risk and you know that this risk is not going to hinder you in any way, might as well do it. Because you're either going to be back where you are or you're going to be better for it. And that's really all I got to say. Like, I was just sitting here and I was thinking about how lost and confused I kind of am. And I'm like, that's what I have this platform for. So other people who are feeling the same way can understand that they're not going through this by themselves. And you're not. I'm 22. I just got a degree and I'm trying to figure it all out. But I have my ups and I have my downs. I have my good days. I have my bad days just like everybody else. But mentally, I am tired of being so scared of the lost void of risk that I just don't take it. Gotta jump head first into something before you drown in the comfort of nothing. Listen, we gotta do something. You gotta move some type of way. And if y'all don't take nothing else from this video, understand that you are not alone. You are not by yourself. Everybody experiences this lost point at somewhere in their journey. You are not behind. You are right on time. And you got this. You got this. But okay, I'm going to go ahead and get out y'all head. I'm going to see y'all next week. Hopefully on Tuesday, but definitely on Thursday, okay? And if you like the content that you're seeing, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I want you to comment down below. What is a risk that you're scared to take, but you feel like you should? You don't have to be too open about it. It can be something simple. It can be something big. But let me know down in the comment section. I'm going to see y'all later. Bye.